Alright, my project GLK, 2012 GLK 350, is looking a little bit rough. One of the things that just about all similar cars suffer, and my 5 Series BMW I just got rid of did as well. This soft touch painted surface is just so fragile that anything scratches it up. You can see it's led a hard life and it's 159,000 miles. So I'm going to try to touch it up a little bit. I've already had to do some kind of bizarre work to fix the console. So it's time to work on the aesthetics just a little bit. So let's see here. Okay. Remove this one screw. See just how bodged up this really is. And amazingly enough, yeah, I can just use my fingernails. I figured that out when I went to this side. I think I'll use the trim tool now that I've got it started to work around this edge. Okay, and the whole thing should just pull out like so. And again, this is not going to be show car finish. I just really want it to look better than it does, because this piece is kind of letting down the rest of the interior of the car, sadly, and that doesn't have to happen. So, and also roughing up the surface in general, even where it still looks decent, is just going to help the paint to adhere. So go around and knock off all the nastiness you can, and you can see this is where the cups have been in and out. It's really sad looking. So and as you can see, again, my goal was not to take all the paint off, but just to make sure there were no obvious dings and scratches that are going to show through a new coat of paint. Close enough. I think that's going to work fine. Next trick is going to be to try to protect this chrome bit. So to that end, I'm just going to try to use some plain old masking tape. Okay, as usual, I'm making this up as I go along. I'm finding this looks to be my best play here. Just put tape flat down across the surfaces, and then pardon the squealing, and then push it into the seam with my fingernail or similar blunt object. Okay, not too bad. I need to do a tiny bit of touch-up around the edges. The adhesion is not too good, but it's only got to stay on there long enough to protect the plastic chrome. Ooh, whoops, easy there. Okay, I may put another piece just over right there. Okay, I'm going to call that good enough. Again, any paint that does end up on the chrome is not going to matter much. And basically, I'm ready to start applying paint. At that end, I'm getting some flat. It's nothing special. It's primer and color coat in one. Heavier duty. It should match the original surface pretty well, with the exception it shouldn't peel off every time you look at it sideways. Okay, you can see my prep left a little bit to be desired, but it really didn't come out too bad. Nice smooth finish. A few little spots where you can tell that it's been painted, but I tell you, that's a massive improvement over what it was. And now, before it really sets up hard, I'm going to pull the masking tape off. Sometimes if you let it go too long, it can actually take the paint you want to keep with it. So let's see how this works out. Not bad. Like I said, I expected there'd be a little bit of paint creeping around in under the corners, but I shouldn't have any trouble at all getting rid of that. In fact, while it's nice and soft now, you can see all I really have to do is run a fingernail along it and remove it. So I'm not going to worry too much about that because I don't want to mess up the rest of the paint, but I'd say it's a result, all in all, for just, I don't know, 15 minutes work and probably 50 cents worth of paint. I let it dry just a little bit more, but not hard finish, so I could get the rest of that paint off, and that's where I left it, looking pretty good. I'm just going to let it sit out here and really dry out for overnight, just so it's easier to handle. It's still a little tacky if you touch it in the wrong way, and I do not want to mess it up just getting in a hurry. Okay, close to 24 hours later, and it's looking good, and it's time to go back in the car. Alright, putting it in is just reverse of taking it out. Get it lined up at the back, slide it in, and the clips should engage when you push down. There it is, it's in. Find the screw you took out from here, put it back in. And then finally, slide the little cup in, and it's good to go. Except now the cup holder looked terrible. So basically that looks like a new part. It feels like a new part. I don't miss the soft touch paint whatsoever. The only problem is now my project GLK looks better than my personal GLK. Dang.